The country station, 95.5 WFMS. That is the one of the male vocalists for ACM nominations.
Yeah.
Talking about Jordan Davis, along with his buddy Luke Bryan, by Dirt. You're listening to Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
You mentioned that he might be the real deal.
Yeah, I think he is the real deal. I think he's going to be the next big thing.
That's what I meant to say.
Jordan Davis.
We know he's a real deal, but yeah. That'd be awesome. He's a nice guy, and he was one of the first ones with a big beard that kind of came out.
That's right. He's got a great voice, but he's the one that said, had he not taken a risk.
Yeah.
And the only reason he's in country music is because he was in environmental science.
Smart kid.
That's what he studied in school. He said, I told myself, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. So he did it, and look.
Yeah.
I mean, it just shows you not to sit inside your comfort zone.
Kind of where I am. I kind of wanted to play in the NBA, and I kind of regret that the rest of my life, never trying out. High today of 80 degrees. We have partly cloudy skies. We're at 42.
Why am I laughing so hard?
The country station, 95.5 WFMS. I don't know why you're laughing.
The country station, 95.5 WFMS. She's nominated for female vocalist. That's the new big sensation, Lainey Wilson, with Heart Like a Truck. And Jim, Deb, and Kevin. I do too.
6:11 now. We always share good news stories with her whenever we can. Here's a couple of stories for you. A woman just got her wallet back 54 years after she lost it at a high school dance.
Wow.
You think she would have given up on it. But how they found it was a contractor was remodeling the building, and they found it, the wallet tucked in behind somewhere, and they tracked her down using Facebook.
You know
she
what?
got her wallet back 54 years later.
She probably did give up on it, but then someone tracked her down.
Isn't that cool?
And their chances are she could have passed on at that point.
Sure.
Gosh.
Yeah. A woman just got her engagement ring back 20 years after she flushed it down the toilet by accident. A plumber found it last month while replacing the toilet. It was like, hey, here's your diamond ring, lady.
Oh, my gosh. Wait, are they still married?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
A new study found that skateboarding can help people in their 40s and 50s who are struggling with depression or just need to be enlightened in some way. It says it has to do with self-expression and celebrates failures as you learn, because when you learn to skateboard, you fail a lot.
I can see that, except for I'd end up in a neck brace.
No, let me go ahead and tell you right now, Deb, that's not a good idea.
Not for me. You have to have some sort of coordination.
I think probably skateboarding should be off your list.
Okay.
Let's start with walking first. One of the nicest guys in country music, and by Deb's ranking, one of the best smelling guys as well. That's Keith Urban with Better Life with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
So maybe you're one of those people that really doesn't want the full-time responsibility of a pet, because let me tell you, we just went away for a vacation. It's expensive when you come back and pet care and having a dog sitter or a kennel and all of that. So that can be expensive. But maybe you also love dogs, and they're very therapeutic. Why do you think that there are therapy dogs? Yeah. And so if you would love to start this program, this is cool. I would love to see it started here, because right now there are only a couple of places that are doing this, but I hear that other cities are starting to catch on. The first one was in Hawaii, and it's a Adopt a Dog for a Field Trip program.
Take a dog
so you
out,
can just
a
take it out
dog.
for a day. It's a $40 fee. That donation goes to help out for dog expenses and things like that, so they can find them a forever home. But that you actually take it out for a day. You can take it for a walk, go get a pup cup. I absolutely love it.
It's a great idea.
Well, they say it's good for the dog's mental health because it gets them out of being crated all the time.
Yeah.
It's also good for you because dogs can bring happiness. And I love this. They send you out with the dog, and the dog has a bandana around its neck that says "Adopt Me," and then it also comes with a backpack that has all of the dog's needs, maybe a water bowl, and all of that stuff. But the backpack is black, and in big white lettering on the outside, it says, "We're on a field trip. You can adopt me."
Oh,
how sweet is that?
And it's a great way for future pet owners to see what it's like to have a dog as well.
Yeah,
find out if that dog walks well on a leash. It's always a big challenge.
Yeah, I just thought it was a great way to get the dogs out as they're waiting for their forever home, and then also bring you some happiness. They say a lot of the times the person comes back and wants to adopt the dog.
Well, of course.
Themselves.
Great marketing. 7:05 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Time for my bad joke worth repeating. It's sponsored by Hearing Solutions of Indiana. You never heard it like this before. Guest comedian today. We have Katie on the line.
Oh, okay.
Katie, give us your best bad joke worth repeating.
All right. What did the sushi say to the bee?
What did the sushi say to the bee?
I don't know.
Wasabi.
Wasabi.
Wasabi. Oh, geez.
All right. You're hired. You're hired, Katie, from now on.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Thanks.
Wasabi.
95.5 WFMS. That is Chris Stapleton. You should probably get the heck on out of here. This is Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
All right, 7:12. I saw this in the news the other day, and Deb, I thought, boy, it's about time someone does this. Tim McGraw is launching his own media company. It's called Down Home. It'll be based in Nashville, Tennessee.
Love the name.
And they will be doing TV shows, movies, and digital programming.
Wow.
That's geared towards, quote, relatable stories about everyday Americans. He goes on to say that sometimes what we see on television and in Hollywood and elsewhere
is not relatable.
Is not relatable to us folk in middle America,
so it
so
sounds
to
like
speak.
what he's saying is he's going to take to like the big screen or television country music songs. Because that's what country music is all about.
He's got a whole, think about that.
Relatable stories.
Just his own library alone would give you enough of those. That's a great idea. Yeah.
I love it.
But look for it soon. It's called Down Home is the name of the media company. And then he doesn't own a network, but he'll be providing programming for TV, for movies, and also for digital.
I'd subscribe to Tim McGraw TV.
I know my wife would.
Yes, you would.
I know my wife would.
You missed a trip with us. I can't remember. Oh, to go interview Garth in Dallas because Tim McGraw was going to be in town and she wanted to go backstage.
We were not missing Tim. We love Garth, but she loves Tim.
You Proof, that is Morgan Wallen at 95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
It is 7:25. Time for Nash News now. Carrie Underwood is celebrating her 15th year of being a Grand Ole Opry member.
It's been 15 years.
Since she became a member of the Grand Ole Opry. Is that amazing or what?
And you don't become a member right away.
No,
So
she's got 2 shows to celebrate that fact on May 13th. And one of those shows will be live streamed on Opry's website. So if you'd like to watch that,
cool.
You could. That's May 13th, celebrating Carrie Underwood's 15th year of being a member of the Grand Ole Opry. Here you go. Reba announced a new book that she has written coming out.
Okay.
I know you're a big Reba fan.
I am.
It's titled Not That Fancy, Simple Lessons on Living, Loving, Eating, and Dusting Off Your Boots. And it comes out October the 10th. What is it? Well, it's just a bunch of her life full of stories that you'll find entertaining. The foreword was written by Garth Brooks. It features over, this is where I think you'll like, Deb, 50 recipes for meats, sides, and cocktails.
Love that.
Now, she told us one time that she not a big, was it a cake or a pie fan? One of the two.
I think she said she'd never made a pie.
That was
I
it,
was
yeah.
shocked
But
to hear.
she enjoys cooking.
Oh, yeah.
But she's just not a pie person. So
now, her boyfriend sent her, because she went and lived with her sister and her mother, I think, when during COVID.
Yeah.
And she had just started dating this new guy that she's with now. It's been a few years. And so he shipped her pies in the mail and steaks and like really nice foods. They had nice meals.
Well, maybe they should talk about that in the book. It's coming out October the 10th. It's the perfect gift for the Reba fan. Again, the name of the book is a pretty long title. Not That Fancy, Simple Lessons on Living, Loving, Eating, and Dusting Off Your Boots.
It's a spinoff of Fancy. Get
Absolutely.
it? Remember when she first sat down with us in Vegas? And we said, how are you doing? She's like, I'm fine. How are you guys?
Yeah. Let's talk about you.
She like reversed the interview. The country station, 95.5 WFMS with Little Big Town and Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
740 mentioned earlier, the ACMs are coming up on May 11th. In Texas this year, by the way, and it's again on Amazon Video, Amazon Prime Video. Garth and Dolly are the host. Cole Swindell, he's always been one of our favorites, and we're glad that some of these artists that we've always been big fans for, cheerleaders for, are starting to get name recognition. Cole's got that song out about Heads Carolina,
Tails California.
Yeah, and that is up for Single of the Year and Song of the Year. Now, one of them goes to the performer, the other one goes to the songwriter.
Right.
But in this case, it's the same.
I mean, it literally was just an idea that I was talking to my publishers about, and taking a song that everybody loves. We didn't really even know which one, but I got to talking to Thomas Rhett about it and just how cool it would be if we did Heads Carolina, Tails California, and we're both from Georgia, so. Hey, imagine walking into a karaoke bar and somebody singing that and just falling for them. So it was almost like no, that didn't actually happen, but I bet it's happened somewhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? As many people would say, and that's why when we did the video, I was like, it's got to be exactly like the lyric because it seems like something that could definitely happen, and I'm sure it has. I'm waiting on those stories to come in about people that meet, haven't done karaoke. So we'll see. And that's something that's not. I know it's a big thing now, but I've always talked about it because that's when I was coming up, and that was it. I don't know if many people can tell you, hey, I fell in love with music this year or this, but especially country music. That was it for me, and all those artists, all those songs. If this song here makes some kid go back and listen to just that one, that's fine. But they're going to listen to more than that one, and if that's the least I can do for all those artists and songs that what they did for me, it's pretty cool. And Joe D has been amazing through the whole thing, and just glad that we picked that that song. I think that's what shocked people, that we could have picked any of them and we picked that one, and it's just it's a different.
You definitely want to sing along with it.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
I wake up in the middle of the night, heads.
No, I know. And that's what people. You're like, man. Even the people that don't know the version of that, would they like my version? Well, it's a lot like the original. So you can tell why it was a hit back then, and even now.
What a great way to bridge both generations, though. You're doing that.
That's something that I don't know that we thought about that. We just knew we were fans of it, but to see that happening, and like I said, there's a lot of people that are 90s country fans. It's not just me. Not taking the credit for that, but it really is. It's one of the coolest things I've got to experience is giving a nod to an artist in a time where I might not be here without 90s country. And
I'm really pulling for him on this one.
I am too. And I
Song
love
of the Year and Single of the Year.
He says, I might not be here without 90s country. When he first moved to Nashville, he said, I needed a job. I wasn't making it. And Luke Bryan said, I need a merch guy. So he sold shirts. He was the guy behind the booth at concerts selling Luke's T-shirts.
Doing whatever he has to do.
And now he's nominated. That's the cool part.
Yeah, nominated for Song and Single of the Year, along with Thomas Rhett, which... That guy, he touches
Anything
stuff, it turns gold, doesn't it?
The country station, 95.5 WFMS. Love that song. That is Kane Brown, joined by his wife, Caitlin Brown. And how cool is this? Nominated for an ACM at the Academy of Country Music Awards coming up next month or near Dallas. It's in Texas. They're nominated for 2, Single of the Year and Music Event of the Year.
Kane has come a long way since being a stock boy at Target.
That's right.
Well, wearing that red shirt and those khaki pants. Maybe you should wear those to the award show one
That'd
time.
be hilarious.
It's 8:10 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Okay, we've been telling you, we've got a warning by the FBI.
Now
it's
I'm
coming
nervous.
from the FBI about using... charging stations in public places. Airports have them. Concert venues sometimes have them. You take your cell phone up and you plug it into a charging station.
Well, I thought it was just there for convenience.
Bad guys are able to gain control of the device if it's one of those where you take your UPS cord and plug it into it.
Why? How?
Somehow it can be downloaded a virus within that charging station. And it can somehow get information from your phone. It could bug your phone. It could put a virus on all kinds of stuff it could do to your phone. So the FBI is just saying, hey, think twice about this. There's enough things on the market right now where you can buy those. What's those called? Where it's like a battery pack for your in your purse.
I call them a battery pack for my purse.
There you go. That you plug into your USB. We were at the CMA Awards, though, last November, and my phone was dying.
I used theirs.
And I did, too. I said, I'm sorry, I got to go. And you pay a couple of bucks or whatever, and you get to...
Put it almost like a storage locker.
Right. Right.
Oh, my gosh.
They're just warning about being careful. Now, again, the ones there, I'm sure the CMA, or if they have it at...
Yeah, but you just never know.
At Gamebridge Fieldhouse or wherever, it's probably okay.
So I'm okay with when I'm at a restaurant and my phone's going dead, I'll go up to the hostess stand and ask if I can plug it in real fast.
Yeah, because you're using their power, their shore power.
But you're talking about the ones that are set up to do a large
charging
group.
station.
Yeah, a charging station, particularly for that reason.
Be careful. And just be careful where you're doing it. And the one site was the... airports. I mean, they build these, and then no one really monitors those, and someone could put some sort of a virus on that. So,
wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad guys out there, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, most definitely.
There's your warning.
Makes me nervous.
Here's better yet. Just keep that thing charged. What's your phone charge right now?
Right now? Okay, let's compare. I do this all the time.
Okay,
let's compare.
all right.
What's your battery?
Mine is 97.
Okay, and mine is...
4.
83. That's pretty good. It was... Shut up. It was 100 when I woke up this morning, so 83.
Yeah.
I need a new phone. Mine goes bad pretty quick.
Yeah. 8:26 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. And it's, what's it, today? Wednesday. I keep thinking today's Thursday.
No, you're...
I may not show up to work on Friday. Just want to warn you.
You're a day ahead of yourself.
Because I think today is Wednesday, or it's Thursday, and, well, anyway, it's Wednesday at 8:26.
Thank you for those of you who didn't realize what day of the week it was. So we've got a story about Walker Hayes that I just absolutely love, what he did with his family last month, and we'll share that here in about 30 seconds. First, Will Arnett and David Spade will host a game show called Snake Oil. Seems like a lot of these celebrity game shows, they're like a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
And they don't really stick around. And they didn't give any other details. But so if you hear about Snake Oil, David Spade, Will Arnett, those are the hosts. Matthew McConaughey's finally going to tell us how to just keep living. He's the most laid-back person I think I've ever heard of. He's hosting a free online seminar. You've probably seen it on Facebook making the rounds. I've seen the ads. It'll be on Monday, and it's free, called The Art of Living. It'll help you get more of what you want out of life, whether that's money, success, love, joy, balance, or whatever. So he's gone from acting to kind of being like this guru. He gives great motivational speeches. We've seen some of those. So if you want to check it out, The Art of Living, Living is what he calls it. It'll be a free online seminar as of Monday. Walker Hayes and his family went on a mission trip to Rwanda last month. They were invited by the faith-based nonprofit Hope International, and they helped families pick coffee beans, haul water from wells, and work the fields. And Walker said every single day of the trip was the best day of his life.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Good for him.
I thought that was really cool about paying it forward, giving back. 8:28, and that's Deb's Daily Dirt, sponsored by Mark Dietel Realty.